For exercise 5-13, I've already pulled up a metric template, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the box method again. So I'm going to go with a rectangle for my front view, which is going to be 50 by 51. Draw my view spacing square 25 by 25. Draw my right side view rectangle, which is going to be 60 by 51. Draw my top view rectangle, which is going to be minus 50 comma 60. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on the front view, because the front view is going to be the view that's going to give me the most information. So I'm going to start a line, project off of here and come over 15, down 20, take that over 20 and back up, start another projection, come up from here 20, in. Once you do the math, you'll find out that it's 8, up 10, back out to here, draw a circle with a radius of 18, mirror this object from one side to the other, and then I can go ahead and trim out everything that I don't need from this point. And there I have my front view. Now, because of the way this object is shaped, that is the only thing that we're going to see in the front view. There's no hidden lines or anything. So now I'm going to go ahead and make this a triangle, and I can get rid of all the lines that I do not need to see here. Erase this one. I'm actually going to go ahead and just draw my miter line in now, because I know that I'm going to need it for this particular exercise. Project this line straight across here, and this line straight across here. Now, to get my top view, I've got a lot of different details that are going on, and what I want to do is I want to first complete this view by putting in my hidden lines for this view. And again, your hidden lines are going to be blue, but I'm going to go ahead and make mine yellow just for the sake of the recording so that you can see all the layers that I'm using. So I want to go ahead and switch to my hidden line layer, and I want to project a line from here, which is going to be a hidden line in my right side view. And I got to be really careful. If you notice, I'm zoomed in real far so that I can get that exact point, because these two hidden lines are going to be these two lines are going to be pretty close to each other. The other hidden line that I want is going to come off of here, and it's going to be just below the other visible line. Now, I'm going to take these objects one object at a time up to my top view so that I don't get confused. We'll go back to my model layer, and I'm going to start with this top cutout. So I'm going to draw this straight up, bring this straight up, and this cutout is represented by this top hidden line, so I'm going to bring this top hidden line straight up and over, and then I'm going to bring this line straight up and over. Now what that's going to leave me with is a box in the center, which is what that cutout is going to look like from the top. Now see, I just trimmed out everything that I don't need for that, and now I can erase all the rest of my projected lines. If you try to project all of this at the same time, you're going to end up with a lot of lines, and it could become very confusing very quickly. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on this particular feature right here. So I'm going to draw a line from here straight up, and then I'm going to draw a line from here up and over, and then from here that wasn't really straight up. Let me make sure that line is straight up. And then from here, straight up and over. Now, I can either project these two back lines, or I can finish the feature that I'm working on and go ahead and mirror it, which is what I'm going to choose to do. So I'm going to trim this, trim this, trim this, and trim these two pieces right here out. Now I can go ahead and erase the rest of the lines that I don't need. Now I can go ahead and mirror this around this way. And what we're looking at right here is this little flat spot that you can see through the cutout as it goes in. So now I can take and mirror both of those right to the other side. So those are the two visible places that we can see. The next thing I need to do is I need to work on this gap right here. So to get that gap, what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer this line from here up, transfer this edge up, and then I'm going to transfer this up because this represents the top of that cutout. Now I can use the ellipse command, pick this and this as the two endpoints, and then pick perpendicular to here for my half width, and now I can get rid of all the lines that I used to project where that goes. So what I've done is I've taken this one step at a time, and I'll go ahead and mirror this, and I've gone feature by feature. By going feature by feature, I don't typically tend to get lost in all the little ins and outs of what I'm doing, and it makes life a little bit easier when you're working through this. The other thing I have to think about is this point up here. So I know that the object is symmetrical, so I can just draw this along the midpoints. Now what we're looking at here is what this thing looks like from the top view. So I'm going to switch back to my hidden layer, and I'm going to draw the hidden line right here, which represents this bottom edge right in here. And rather than mirror it, I'll just go ahead and do the same thing on the other side, since it's a very simple piece. And then I have hidden lines that represent the bottom of this groove, which would be here and here, that are also going to be in my top view. So here we have the top, the front, and the right side view, complete with hidden lines and all the other lines that make up these particular objects. Now, as far as this week's homework assignments are concerned, this is where the tutorial is going to stop. What you still need to do is you need to center the drawing and dimension the drawing, and then you'll be turning the drawing in. So I'm not going to be going through the centering process or the dimensioning process from here on out, but just realize that it is part of the assignment.